girl, how you doing?
I'm good. It's been a minute. You haven't been on the show since we were in New York, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We moved. We love it.
And last time people were masked up and they were on the screen.
On the screen.
Exactly.
It was a very weird world, very Star Trek. It was interesting.
Is nice. Look at this.
We have humans.
We got real people.
There's so many humans here. Well, congrats on Time's most influential people. Is there pressure do you feel pressure to be, I don't know, influencing people positively now?
On the daily, exactly.
Yeah.
But you know that I feel like what a beautiful honor that is.
Yeah.
And I think what's cool about it is that now that I know that people are watching, I feel like I want to be even more mindful and even more intentional.
Yeah.
So I feel like now I've got something to live up to.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
That's interesting because I do feel like being in the public eye, I think people always have an eye on us, right? So we are always generally trying to put the best version of you out there. You know, even if you're in like Target and you're just shopping or whatever, and it's their one moment to like say hi or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like if the world had that, we would all be better individuals. You know what I'm saying? If everyone was watching you all the time, I think that we would, because you do put your best foot forward, even if you don't feel like it and you're tired.
I think you're absolutely right. I think we naturally have to do that every day. But I feel like when someone says you're one of the most 100 influential people.
Yeah, well, no one has said that to me.
You know, I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to make it, okay, you heard it here first.
No one, I don't think any of us know that feeling. We don't know that feeling.
101.
No, it is some pressure to it, but it's also a beautiful thing because it says a lot about your character, not just about your talent, so.
It does. I mean, when you're in a room with people who are like doing things about clean water and politics and arts and people are just doing their work and trying to make a difference, it feels like, oh, well, I'm part of a great community. And now I feel like I want to make sure that that moniker is, people are very proud of that for me.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. Well, I'm very happy for you, and I'm glad they did that. Well, see, you know how to celebrate as well. You throw parties with Natasha Lyonne? Do y'all throw parties together?
Yeah, we throw parties together.
I hear they're pretty epic. They're pretty
You know what? Natasha Lyonne is one of the best party throwers in LA.
I mean, this looks like a good vibe to throw a party.
That's a whole vibe. Well, she's a whole vibe.
Yeah.
And
I was referring to you as well.
Oh, me too. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. But the coolest thing is we threw a New Year's Eve party this year, and I actually DJ'd with my. I like to think I DJ, but I kind of do. I throw good.
You made a playlist.
Together.
Yeah.
I made a couple playlists.
Yeah,
I made a playlist, and then I was like,
it's my favorite thing. People are like, I'm DJing tonight.
Exactly.
It's like plug it in.
But then, but then get this. Imagine doing that, and then Questlove walks in the door.
No.
And you're
like, that's pressure.
Oh, then you're like, oh, I gotta really up my game.
Yeah.
So I'm switching up playlists, and I'm going to old playlists. I'm killing it.
I would have been
sweating.
Sweating.
Oh, I was sweating.
Yeah.
But then the coolest thing is he came over to me at the end of the night. He was like, good DJing, Colman. I was like...
See, also another thing that will never be said to me. Yes. So what artists did you love growing up? What did you listen to?
I listened to everything that my older siblings listened to.
I'm the youngest.
Yeah, right? So you like, I listened to the Isley Brothers. I listened to, the Stylistics, when my parents loved the Stylistics.
Yeah.
But then my music was like Michael Jackson and Prince. Prince was absolutely my go-to.
Yeah. Have you, because you have a smooth voice as well, have you always had this voice that is so smooth?
You know what? I don't think I did until I got into my 40s. I think it could be because I feel like whatever your life experience and everything goes into your voice.
Yeah.
And so I think my voice dropped. Just like I was telling somebody, Aretha Franklin's voice.
Yeah.
You know, remember by the time she went and came and did Natural Woman on the Kennedy Center Honors, she threw off that fur coat.
Yes, she did.
Put a pocketbook on the piano and started playing.
Yeah.
And her voice was like, what, maybe 3 octaves lower?
It was a lot lower.
And but she found all these different notes and resonance. Beyonce's voice has gotten exponentially like even more wild and beautiful.
Yeah, and when she went solo, she could maybe play more.
Yeah.
You know, because she wouldn't hold down a certain part. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I also think becoming a mother changed her voice. I saw her in concert.
That's because you're so used to yelling.
So she projects
your
more.
projection is, you're like,
get over here,
stop!
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's why. So, 20 years with your husband soon, right?
Yeah.
What do you do for an anniversary at this point?
Well, I don't.
Other than celebrate, you're the few.
We're the few, but we're going on 20 years next year.
God.
And he's a...
Look how beautiful.
Oh, wow. What a good picture. He looks great. He's beautiful.
Yeah, well, you both look very sexy.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you.
But that's an awesome thing to do, to accomplish.
It's pretty cool. So, and you know what's cool? He's a very private person. He's very mellow.
Yeah.
I'm more of the showman, so I want to do something, but you know, we'll find a good balance. Maybe we'll go away on a trip somewhere because we love traveling. But I would like to just do one big epic dinner with like everyone who loves us.
Yeah.
And just like everybody eat, and I want it to be like the Renaissance in some way, like wine and
Yeah.
and food and, you know,
just keep bringing
and
the
debauchery.
courses.
No, no.
Yes.
Right.
No, I love that kind of vibe. Whenever I literally just went to a show with such a cool group of people. We had so much fun at the show, and it was just so fun to like hang, like while singing music. It was really, I love those nights that aren't too extravagant, but like fun.
I like it packed too. I like a dinner party, but like say like it's packed in a small room and there's like 100 people and we're all over each other eating and laughing.
100 people, you lost me. Okay.
You're like, don't invite me, Coleman.
Oh my God. I was like, that is like, because you know why? I feel like I have to be the host and that's so much talking.
Right.
Anyway, congratulations, you. I'm like, oh my God. Well, this was really cool. Zena was here and she was talking about Cal Shakes, the theater, and she said that she actually was inspired by you there, which I thought was really
Well, I like
cool.
to take full responsibility for Zendaya's
Absolutely.
career.
Well, you are influential, so that is very cool, though.
I met Zendaya when she was, what, 5 years old?
Little.
When I was at California Shakespeare Theater.
Yeah.
And I was at California Shakespeare Theater performing, and there was this little kid. I would just come out and see her watching Shakespeare, like at 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And we were on set of Euphoria, and we didn't know that we both had Bay Area roots. And she said, oh, my mom used to run box office. I used to see the show every night. This guy used to come off of a motorcycle and play with us every night. I was like, wait a minute. I rode up on a motorcycle in a show wearing all white.
This is how y'all found out?
Yeah,
That's
we found out on a set of Euphoria.
Oh.
And so she called her mom, what was the name of that show? All's Well That Ends Well. I'm like, that was me.
What did y'all just lose your mind? I love moments
we totally
like
lost
that.
our mind. So it made us feel like, wow, it was already divine and we were already connected from when she was a little kid watching me perform Shakespeare. So I take full responsibility for Zendaya.
It's all coming back to most influential, I'm just saying. So wait, what sparked that, you know, as you watching others, like who inspired you with acting?
You know what, when I was a kid, I used to watch this show called 8 is Enough.
Oh, 8 is enough.
Remember that?
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
So
Oh man, remember those jingles with all those shows?
Right. All the shows had like a theme song. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I used to watch that show. And I remember that kid, Nicholas.
Yeah.
He used to, remember Nicholas? Remember that kid?
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but I thought, as a kid, I felt like I want to do what he's doing. I didn't know that that was acting.
Yeah.
But I wanted whatever the situations he was in with his family, and he was funny and interesting, and I wanted to do what he was doing. But I didn't know that that's what this would turn into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just never know where you'll be inspired, though.
It's true, yeah.
So let's talk about your new movie, because that's why you're here. So Sing Sing, tell us about it.
Sing Sing is, I think it's one of the most beautiful films I've been a part of, to be honest. Awesome. It's about a rehabilitation through the arts program at Sing Sing Prison. And so it's based on a real life story, but and also set from an article in Esquire magazine about this program, which goes into prisons and basically they learn how to put on plays and they get acting skills. And those skills become life skills.
I was like, that's therapeutic as well.
Yeah, it's therapeutic. It's proven, actually, with this rehabilitation through the arts program, that there is a less than 2% reincarceration rate.
Wow.
Among people. You hear what I said? Less than 2% reincarceration. So it's a program that works. And it's part of what I believe that art heals. As we know, art heals, art saves lives, it saves families. And so
saves kids in schools. That's why we got to keep it in schools.
Absolutely, that's exactly. And a lot of these guys, they're like, if I have this program, if I had programs like this growing up in elementary school and junior high and high school, I may not have ever been on the path to being here. So it's a beautiful film. It
Powerful story.
It stars, and also stars many, at least 95% of my cast were formerly incarcerated.
I was going to mention that. That's actually incredible.
Yeah.
Like real people that have rehabilitated that way. Do you find more pressure in playing real people? Like,
you know,
or do you put the same amount in you? It's a real person, I guess you're an actor, so you make it real.
But I have to divorce myself from the fact that I'm actually playing some guy who's sitting across from me. It's based on this real guy, John, who's really a lovely, lovely human being. But I had to make sure that he also understood that I'm taking elements of his story, and I'm also trying to make it an everyman. So I need to do that. It's not a documentary, and so I wanted to make sure that, and I think that's for myself, it takes off the pressure. So I can actually find a real character and find their nuances that are based on this real person, but I can find them.
People can see themselves in it as well.
Exactly, and it needs to be a bit more broad in that way. So it's not just, granular and just that person's story, but it becomes more of like this everyman. People can see their father, they can see their brother, they can see, their loved ones,